We had some costly turnovers. I mean, I missed a couple great looks, and then uh, they got some great looks from three. That kind of blew the lid open for them. And when you go 51% on 41 shots from the perimeter, it's hard to beat a team that way.
Mark up front.
Klay, Mark, MedinaMV.com. Moving forward, what do you think it's going to take to withstand when they go on those runs?
Just trusting each other on both sides of the ball. You know, I missed some rotations. We just got to be better as far as being on the string together and moving and hitting the open man. It was a tough loss, especially the way we did lose, you know, squandering a 15-point lead. Very, very rare for us. So it's not the end of the world, and we'll regroup tomorrow, and we'll bring a much better effort on Sunday.
Anthony?
Yeah, without looking at the tape, obviously, I mean, do you feel comfortable with the threes you gave up, to who you gave them up to, or did you feel like, there was a lot of defensive breakdowns within that?
No, because they were great looks for them, but when you as a shooter, when you hit a couple open shots, and when the guy's in your face, it doesn't, you got the rhythm going, so it's easier to make those. So we just gotta take out those guys who were very effective from the perimeter tonight, going forward.
Kareth?
Klay, when you start the finals with a deficit, what's the value of having so many veterans in the locker room who have been on this stage before to help usher you guys through this moment?
Well, it's first to four, not first to one, and we all have been through situations like this, and we realize that it's going to be very hard. And it's the best part about it is, we have another opportunity Sunday.
Question on the right.
Draymond talks about not pushing the panic button after a game like this. You guys were in control for most of the game until the fourth quarter. Just what is the general attitude of the team after a meltdown kind of like that?
Well, it's never fun, and it hurts on the biggest stage, obviously. But like Draymond said, there's no reason to panic. I mean, I like our chances still, and we'll go home and we'll digest what happened, and I know we'll be better game two.
Home on the left.
Klay, Youngmas, ESPN. What do you remember specifically? You guys have only been in this situation 2 times before. What do you remember how you guys responded after losing a game 1?
I remember just putting it past us. There's no reason to hold on to a loss when you have another game so soon. And I remember watching film and realizing there's many things we can do better and applying those strategies. So it's pretty simple, and I just know we'll be better game two. I'll be better.
Tim on the right.
Klay, when Kurt took you guys all out at the end, he kind of went down the row and gave each one of you a hand, fist bump and kind of a half hug, and I think you were involved in that. What was the message you communicated there?
Just he knows how hard it is. I mean, he's been through this, his career and coaching career, and we stick together through the thick and thin, wins and losses. We're not going to splinter because we didn't play like we wanted to. We're just going to continue to play as hard as we can, and I just know if we do that, we'll be better.
Over to Monty with the last question.
NBC Sports Bay Area, Monty Poole. Klay, they seem to have more pep in the fourth quarter. How much of that was because they were making shots and getting turnovers, and how much of that was just something else going on?
That was definitely because we were turning it over and they were getting good looks. I mean, ask any basketball player, when you get great looks from three, everything else feels easy. So it's on us to be better Sunday and play with more force on the defensive end and not let them get so comfortable.
Thanks, Klay.
Sweet.
Klay Thompson is such a calm presence, but he is annoyed by what happened in that fourth quarter. I'm curious, Grant, is it as simple as the way Klay described it, where he's turned the ball over in the fourth quarter 4 times to be exact? it felt to me like the Celtics dictated everything in the final 12 minutes.
I mean, a little bit of both. I mean, I think Golden State made some mistakes. They got a little bit careless with their rotations. I thought offensively they weren't able to get paint touches, as 3D talked about, which Boston did a really good job of. But, Boston it was like they flipped the switch. And I think, Steve's saying all night here, impactful threes. Like, Jaylen Brown came out and got that going. They got some momentum, got some confidence, and then it just kind of spread amongst the whole team from the three-point line. And, look, this team has been battle-tested. This team has gone through it. This team went through adversity at the start of the season. Their whole year has been about building that toughness, that grit, that resiliency. And Golden State, in the playoffs, they've been comfortable. He talked about comfortable in a different context, but they've been comfortable. They've had sort of easy run thus far. Now they've been knocked back, and it'll be interesting to see how they respond. I believe they will respond. A lot of character in that locker room, a lot of pride. But this Boston team's for real. This team is for real. This team's
great.
I was like that, you got to put them away.
So check this out.
Put them down, Grant.
Tonight was the third time that a team with at least 100 aggregate games of finals experience played a team with none whatsoever, and the Celtics are the first of those three teams to actually come out with a win. There's Derek White making his way to our set. First finals game for him. He's played in some big playoff games as a Spur, played for Team USA as well, but never had a bigger night given the situation than he did tonight. Come on in, Derek. Come on in.
With the Beatles
He's got his
hoodie on.
Beatles
I like
sweatshirt.
The Beatles. I like the Beatles hoodie. I like that. Congratulations.
How's it going, Derek? We'll get you hooked up here.
Good game. What's up, man? Congrats.
Congratulations to you. Let us know when you can hear us so we can ask you questions. We can start firing away.
I
here.
hear you. Got the
good?
Janet Jackson headset. Control.
Can you explain what just happened in that fourth quarter?
I mean, we just got some stops. That third quarter, they kind of did whatever they want. So, buckled down, got some stops, got on transition, moved the ball, and good things happened for us.
And was something said between quarters? I mean, you looked like a different team all of a sudden.
Yeah, we knew they were going to make runs, but we just got to stick together, stay with it, know that we're going to make a run right back. And I think we started the fourth quarter off really well, and that was big for us.
Be honest. After the win in Miami, you're going to the finals. What's the mindset of the team? What are you thinking? How are you acting? How's practice? What are you guys talking about? And don't give me no corporate answer because we all been there. I want to know the truth, especially for a young team with no experience.
Yeah, we celebrated at that moment. Flew back to Boston that night. Kind of had an off day, relax, get our bodies right, and then fly back this long flight to Cali. But just a lot of film, not much court time, but just film. And kind of got a little surprised by their speed and their pace, but did a good job of answering back.
Derek, go ahead, Grant. I'm sorry, Derek. We talk about your team, and certainly Ime Udoka. It seems like he's always composed, never gets rattled. In these moments, that third quarter, they made a beautiful run. What does he say to keep you guys upbeat, or do you guys sort of police each other or is that just a resiliency that this group has? But I'm just curious, Udoka, how he approaches you guys in game and manages a beautiful run that they had in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. Al does a great job just keeping us locked in. Smart says what he says, and then Coach comes in and kind of just settles us down and tells us, we just got to lock up.